Hey everyone, it's Jeannie. Today I'm sharing these two cards using Ink on 3 Triple Roses stamp set along with the My Sweet Petunia stamp set. The My Sweet Petunia one I'm using for the sentiment only. It's because the Triple Roses stamp set doesn't have a sentiment, and that is the focus of today's card. Because the Triple Roses stamp set is so large, it takes up an entire A2 card panel. I kind of wanted to play with it because this is a huge set, but not everyone likes to color, and I wanted to create two cards that were super quick but look really fun. So for my first card panel, I am stamping it with Juicy ink, which is for heat embossing, and I will be covering up this image using Artic White embossing powder. For this card panel, I will be doing some ink blending, so I wanted it to resist the image and have that bright white peek through for the image outline. So I'm making sure I cover all the little areas of this image, and I will be heat setting it with a heat gun. I do take my time heat setting this because of all the little details. I want to make sure everything is melted and ready to go, because if it's not melted, it will not be resistant to the ink and it kind of ruins the whole effect of the card. So you want to make sure you get all the little bits and pieces. You'll know that it is melted because if it hits the light and it's shiny, then it's done. For my next card panel, I will be inking it up using Blackout Ink. Although I only show me stamping this one time, I actually stamp it twice. So I'll have a total of 3 card panels. One, which is with the white embossing powder, and then 2 panels with the Triple Roses in the Blackout ink. So you want to definitely make sure you get all the little details of this image. It is a gorgeous image, but it does have a lot of details. I will also be showing me cleaning off the stamp using the ink off cleaner, which is one of my favorite tools in my crafty stash because it is so convenient to use to clean off all your stamps. For my heat embossed panel, I am actually taking it to a paper trimmer and trimming it diagonally in half. And that is because each half will be 1 card. That's how this turns out to be 2 cards. For the first panel, I will be inking this up using My Sweet Petunia Pink along with Peacock Blue. And I am not doing this in a very smooth and blended way. I kind of wanted just to put down the pink in random areas and then fill up the rest of the space with the blue. So I'm not trying very hard to blend the 2 colors together at all. I just wanted to place the color, and I kind of like the not blended look, and we'll be adding water splatter all over the panel afterwards, and it kind of has a cool effect. For my second heat embossed image card panel, I am using Bee Sting Yellow along with Trinity Teal, and you'll see that I placed down the yellow color in the same area that I did with the pink. I am barely overlapping the 2 colors, and I thought that was kind of fun. It's kind of a spotted look in a way. The water splatters will really pull everything together. Here I am being super generous with my water splatter. I am just splattering as much water as possible. I actually had some buildup on my blue and pink panel, but in the end, it still looks great. The ink is water reactive, so you'll start to see the splatters on the panel, and I thought it was just so fun. For the sentiment, I decided that I wanted to use one of the ones from the My Sweet Petunia stamp set. I used the same one for both cards. I just wanted to keep it simple. And I am going to be heat embossing white embossing powder on black cardstock because that is like my go-to favorite. I am going to stamp this twice. Originally, I was only going to shift it up a little bit and then stamp the second sentiment, but I had too much ink on my stamp the second time and I just had to redo it. So I stamped it a third time. Sometimes when the sentiment is really small and you're pressing hard on the stamp, it will squish, and because you're adding embossing powder on top, it just doesn't read clean. That's why I stamped it a third time. I just was a little lighter to the touch when stamping. It's just something to be aware of when you have really small sentiment. So I am going to go ahead and heat set everything because I already have it stamped out, and then I will trim down 2 of the sentiments into strips. For my 2 ink blended panels, I am covering the back of them with double-sided adhesive, and I am going to pull out my Misti to help me line up the cards. I've been using my Misti more frequently to help line up my cards because I've realized that I kind of suck at lining up my cards. It's just super helpful because you just press it up in the corner of the Misti and you'll get it straight, and it works really, really well. So if you have been using your Misti for this purpose, it is a great reason to pull it out to help you line up the cards. So I'm just adding the 2 ink blended panels onto my black and white card base and matching them up so the triple roses looks like one complete image. I'll be placing the sentiments on the black and white portion of the image, and I really think that that just finishes off the card. One side's super colorful and one side's super clean, no coloring needed. It makes for such a fun card, especially since you have such a large image. I hope you enjoyed these 2 cards, and I will see you guys next time with another video. Bye!